welcome back to my channel. And first off, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Hope you all have a really nice day. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. As you guys see, we're gonna go in and do a fill on this extra long set of nails. So of course, the first thing that we're doing is just going in with the extra coarse drill bit and just removing the gel polish, and also making sure that we file them down really good around the cuticle area. That way, we can go in and just fill them in really nicely. Also making sure that if we have any lifting around the cuticle area, that we go ahead and remove that with this drill bit. You don't want to remove lifting with a pair of nippers or anything like that. You just want to file it off if it's not too bad. Now if it's really bad to where it's lifting all the way down towards the tip, of course you want to make sure that you go in and just remove the nail tip and replace it, because if not, the nail is eventually gonna get or come off, or you can get moisture underneath the nail and it's gonna cause a little greeny, and we don't like those. So you want to make sure that you work smarter and not harder. But we're gonna go ahead and remove the gel polish from all of the nails. I do have a video on this set that I'm actually doing a fill on, so I'll be sure to leave the link down below for you guys. I'm sure you guys have already watched it, but I did it I think two or 3 weeks ago, so it should still be up. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and finish doing this, and then after this we're gonna move on to the next step. Alrighty, so now we're just going to go in with the cuticle pusher, and remember, this is just going to help expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. So you want to make sure that you always go in and push back those cuticles, because we don't want any lifting whatsoever. After this, we're going to go in with the 180 sanding band, and we're going to be removing the shine from the natural nail. So as always, go from the right side over to the left side, just going back and forth until you fully remove that shine. We all know that our body produces a lot of oils. Those oils happen to be on our natural nails, so we want to make sure that we go in and remove it, because if not, our nails will easily lift literally within that same day, because any moisture or anything that gets trapped underneath the nail will cause the nail to lift. So make sure that you do not skip this step for anything in the world. After this, we're gonna go ahead and just dust the nails off, and then we're gonna go in with the primer and then the acrylic. Alrighty, so now we're going in with the Young Nail Protein Bond, and we're going to apply that on all of the nails. And this is just going to help with the acrylic adhering better to the natural nail, and also so we don't get any lifting. And then after that, we're going in with the Mia Secret Nude Blush Acrylic. We're applying it at the back closer to the cuticle area to, of course, fill the nail in, and then brushing it down towards the tip to blend it in with the rest of the acrylic that's already on the nails. And then, of course, if you need to add a little bit more at the tip or wherever, that is completely fine. And then I'm also going to go in and encapsulate these with the Mia Secret Pink Acrylic, or of course, as always, you can use your clear, whatever you want to use, but I use the Mia Secret Pink because it's really translucent and you can barely even tell that it has pink in it. But again, it's just all up to you. So we're gonna do the same thing on all of the nails. So same thing, just filling in the back of the nail with the Mia Secret Nude Blush, and then we're going to come back in and encapsulate the nails. As always, make sure that when you're applying the acrylic that you are cleaning around the cuticle area super good, because you don't want to get any of the product on the skin, because then you will get lifting. Because once the acrylic dry and if it's on the skin, it's going to be really not really super, but it's going to be really hard to remove it, and most likely you will get lifting. So it's better to be safe than sorry. So as soon as you see it, go ahead and clean it off, and don't wait. But as always, I'm using Mia Secret acrylic system. I'm using my alpha brush in a number 10, and then I'm using my Viva paper towels to wipe off my brush. It's really important that you also use good paper towels when you're working, because if not, your product is going to get stuck in your brush and it's going to be really hard to take it off while you're working. So just make sure that you're using good paper towels. Other paper towels that also work really good are the blue paper towels that you can find at Walmart, Dollar General, and they're usually like in the area where like the car parts are, or like the car automotive supplies or whatever. They're just a blue row of paper towels, and those work really good. So I do recommend those as well. But again, I just use the Viva paper towels, which work perfectly for me. And I make sure that when I'm working, then I wipe my brush off a lot, especially when you're using colored acrylics. They tend to get stuck to your brush a lot easier. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and finish applying the acrylic on all of the nails. Again, for the millionth time, we're just doing the bead closer to the cuticle area, brushing it down towards the tip, adding more wherever it's needed, and then just going in and encapsulating the nail with the Mia Secret Pink acrylic or clear, whichever one you prefer. And then we move on to the next step. Alrighty, so after we finish applying the acrylic, we're going in with the 100 nail file and we're just reshaping the nails. As always, we're following the sides and the free edge at exactly a 90-degree angle to make sure that we have that perfect coffin shape. After we finish reshaping the nails, we're going to go in with the extra fine drill bit and we're going to be filing all of the nails. As always, make sure that when you're doing this that you file around the cuticle area really good, because that's where your lifting will come from. So just go from the right side over to the left side, just going back and forth until you're able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. That way you know that the acrylic is not on the skin. I cannot stress this enough. You guys probably get tired of me saying the same thing over and over again, but y'all, is so important, because if not, your nails will get lifting. Remember, if you're doing everything, or you feel like you're doing everything correctly and you're still getting lifting, most likely you're not filing around that cuticle area good enough. Trust me, I was once in your shoes and I was having the same issue. So make sure that you spend a little bit more time around that cuticle area. And then of course that you also make sure that the rest of the nails are nice and smooth and you don't have any bumps and lumps. And I know I get this question asked a lot. They're kind of like, hey, you know, like I did all my filing but my nails are still bumpy. Well, then you have to go in, and in that case just go in and file more, because the only way to get rid of those bumps and lumps is by filing your nails. So we're gonna go ahead and finish filing the nails with the extra fine drill bit, and then after that we're gonna move on to the buffing part. Alrighty, so next we're going in and just buffing the nails. As always, this is going to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file. So make sure that you buff them really good, because if not, you will be able to see those scratches through your polish, and we don't want that. So just go in, and also as you can see, I fill on the nail after I buff it, and that's just me checking for any scratches or bumps and lumps. And if I do still feel some, of course I go in and just buff a little bit more. And then after this, we're gonna go ahead and just wipe the nails off, and of course dust them and then wipe them off with an alcohol wipe, and then we can go in with the polish. Alrighty, so we're going to go in with the polish, and all of the colors that I'm going to be using are by Madam Glam. So that first orange one is in the color Perfect Orange, and that's really the only one that I remember the name of. But if you're interested, just let me know down below in the comments, and of course I'll be more than happy to give you guys all of the names to the colors. I probably most likely should have looked at the names when I was doing this, but y'all, I just be on it when I'm doing nails. Like, I'm just on it. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm just like, you know, zoned out. But anyways, now we're gonna go in and just use my small nail art brush, and we're just gonna be drawing hearts on 2 nails on each hand, and we're gonna just do different color hearts, some big, some small, and yeah, so it's gonna be really nice and simple, yet really pretty. Alrighty, y'all, so we're finishing up the hearts on this hand, and then we're gonna go ahead and cure for 30 seconds, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other hand. So again, we're just doing different color hearts in different shapes, and not different shapes but different sizes, and then curing for 30 seconds. Alrighty, so next we're gonna go in with the color Harp on It by Color Club, which is a regular nail polish, and we're gonna apply that on the pinky, and we're gonna be applying bling or rhinestones on this entire nail, and that's the color that I always use as a base. So once this is dry, we're going in with the ZULAY nail adhesive on the entire nail, and then we're going in with the ABSS6 and SS12. I do have this bling on my website, so I'll be sure to leave the link down below for you guys if you are are interested. I'm also using my wax pencil to apply the bling, and I also have those available on the website. So just go ahead and check it out before it sells out. So yeah, we're gonna fill in the entire nail. As always, I start right in the middle around the cuticle area, fill in the entire nail, go around the perimeter and then fill in the entire nail as I go, and just alternating between the two sizes. Alright, so next we're gonna do just around the cuticle area on this ring finger. And for this, we're just using an SS12 in the middle and then the SS6 on the sides. And then for the thumb, we're just gonna do a random design right in the middle of the nail, and it's gonna be pretty big. So I'm just gonna use a rhombus, and then I'm gonna use the same SS6 and SS12, and then I'm also using 2 of the water drop bling. And again, this is just literally random off the top of my head. She just wanted something big in the middle, and this is what I came up with. Alrighty, so we sprayed those nails with the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator, and then we're going to apply some bling on the other hand as well. So for this one, we're just doing the SS12 right in the middle, and then we're just doing the SS6 on the sides. And then next on the other 2 fingers, which will be the index finger and the middle finger, we're going to create a heart in the middle. And this one is going to be a little bit different. Usually what I've done is like, or not too long ago, I did the heart outline, but this time it's like she wants the heart outline, but she wants the outside of the heart filled in, and then the inside of the heart to be just the nude color, if that makes sense. At first I was kind of like, girl, what are you talking about? And then after she explained it, like, I kind of got it. And then she also told me that she wanted the heart to be made out of the big pieces as well, not just the small ones. So that's why I threw in some of the bigger pieces in there as well. But as you can see, I just outlined the heart at first to start off with, and then I started applying the bling. And then once I have the heart outline done, I go in and just fill in the outside of the nail. So it was kind of simple, definitely very different to what I've done before, but I definitely really liked it. So as you can see, we have that hard outline, and then we're just gonna go ahead and apply the ZULAY nail adhesive on the rest of the nail and just fill in the rest as we go. Alrighty, so we're finishing this one up, and then after this we're going to just flip this one upside down. That way I can make sure that I align the other heart on the other finger, or the other half of the heart, really good, so it's like right centered right, you know, in the middle, I guess you could say. So I just flipped it over again, and then I'm gonna go ahead and same thing, just outlining the heart with the big pieces as well as the SS6 and the SS12, and then we're gonna go in and fill in the rest of the nail with the bling. Alrighty, so we finished applying the bling, and I just outlined it with the same glue, and then I just sprayed it with the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator. And then after this, we're going to go in and just outline those hearts with the black gel polish by Madam Glam in the color Perfect Black. And at first, the way that I was going to outline them is like I'm going to do this one right here, but I changed my mind, so you will see me come back in and remove the black from this one, and I'm just going to do a plain outline like I just did here, instead of doing this, which is like two little lines added. And there was a picture that she showed me, but she decided that we were just going to do it with just the plain outline instead of doing the lines in it, if that makes sense. Alrighty, and as you can see, we only outlined the big hearts and we left the little ones alone. And we went ahead and cured that first hand for 30 seconds. We're going to do the same thing on this one, just outlining the hearts. And then after that, we're going to cure this hand for 30 seconds. And then we're going to come back in and apply the Madam Glam Gel Top Coat on both of them. Alrighty, so now we're going in with the Madam Glam Gel Top Coat. We're going to apply that on all of the nails and curing for 60 seconds. As you guys know, I always use this Madam Glam Gel Top Coat. It works really good for me. It's super shiny and I do highly recommend it. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. As you can see, they turned out really pretty, very different as well. And y'all, those colors with that nude just look so good together. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNail32. And again, happy Valentine's Day.